here is our newest addition to the fleet. So it's completely stock. The guy we bought it from said it had some transmission issues. It actually came with the old crappy transmission in the back of the car. And they also said it had, I think, cat issues, right?
Yeah, he said he bashed out the cats. He swapped out the transmission with the used one he bought, he said, and it wouldn't move after that. And yeah, we checked the training fluid just really quick, and it's good. So we don't know what's up with that. We haven't really looked into anything.
Yeah, we literally just bought it, picked it up, dropped it off, and that was it.
Yeah.
So he also mentioned cam seals are leaking, VVTi gear is leaking. So it's quite a project. It needs a lot. It's got 205,000 miles, I think. And
yeah,
as you can tell,
perfect.
Yeah,
Bumper's broke.
Headlights are all faded like crazy.
Yeah, some of the paint's coming off here and on the hood. Interior, both seats are, or all the seats are ripped.
Yeah.
You can see the driver's side seat.
Yeah, so
the passenger's the same.
Yeah, it's just covered up, but
the rear also is ripped.
The dash is all sticky and melted. We took this out because that's where the transmission was laying, and it's torn up and smelled of transmission fluid. Rear bumper is not fully attached.
Yeah, it's not the same color. Yeah, it's really faded. But the body's straight. Like, it doesn't have a lot of dings or dents in it.
Right.
It's just not perfect by any means.
Yeah.
But it seems to run good from the little bit we've heard it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the cat, and the ones that are up there are blown out, I guess. So it's pretty loud. We've started it maybe a handful of times, and it sounded good. So see, the dash is all melted. Most of these do have that issue. Steering wheel's missing this. It's all beat up right here. So I guess the important stuff seems to be okay, which is the motor.
Yeah.
We got to figure out the transmission.
Yeah, so our plan with this thing is we're going to try to manual swap it, but finding a transmission right now is taking some time. So right now we're just gathering parts. We'll manual swap it, make an angle kit for it, and either weld the diff or buy an LSD. Might just weld this one just for now until we get an LSD, and then take it to the track and have some fun with it. Oh, also turbo it, of course.
And that we're going to do a little bit different. So we've learned quite a bit from the last one we did, and we're going to try to do a little bit different build. See if we can get maybe, the previous one we had was boosting like right around four and a half almost grand. So we're looking to see if we can maybe lower that to maybe 3.5, you know, by changing up maybe the turbo, the piping, things like that. We might actually do an exhaust on this, and that should free it up quite a bit, or straight pipe it. So it'll be another turbo build. It'll be slightly different, like we said. So
yeah, we'll try some new things. See if we can cut the cost down even more again, just get the power to where we can crash on it a little bit.
Yeah, we're just kind of buying things here, little things here and there. Like we said, the big one's going to be the transmission, which we're having an issue trying to find something that'll work for this without it costing a lot of money, because we want to make it affordable for anybody that wants to do the same thing. They can do the swap as well.
This one's going to be more angled towards drifting than anything else. The other one was kind of just a daily driver. Mustang's obviously more drag racing. So this one we're going to be angled towards drifting, and then hopefully go take it out to a couple track days with our buddy with the chaser, Edgar. He's really anxious to go out, and we need a car, so
yeah,
here it is.
Yep. We're going to start working on the angle kit for this, since we were going to work on the Supra, but we don't have enough time, so we figured we'd get started on the IS. So let's go ahead and get it up on the, well, probably not on the lift, just jacked up, so we can get to the front. Show you what we're doing here. This is where that bracket that we're going to be making goes, essentially changing the pivot point, and we have to modify the tie rod as well, so that's why this came out. Let's go ahead and see where Matt's at so we can start making these brackets.
So here's our new tie rod end. We just drilled and tapped one side to 3/4 fine thread and the other side 14 millimeter by 1.5. And this will be our new tie rod end, and then we just have to build the bracket for the lower that comes off the lower ball joint, because we don't have a way of drilling out a tapered spot for the lower ball joint, so we couldn't add that to the bracket, so we're just going to use a hind joint and use this instead. So basically this goes into the lower arm and obviously tapered ball joint. So now we're just gonna have a straight bolt. It'll be bigger than this, it'll be 5/8. But we'll put it on and show you. And that will go here onto our new bracket that'll come off of here. And it'll be up closer like that, so we get more steering angle that way. And we still have plenty of adjustment here. We got some adjustment on this end now. Yeah, so we just gotta draw this side up, burn it out, and then make another one of these.
Matt's got a few plates that a couple designs that he's drawn up here.
Yeah, so we took our ball joint and we cut that ear off for the tie rod that was out to here. I burned one out. This ball joint's not centered, so now it's centered on here, between these holes. Well, not centered between the holes, but offset. That's supposed to be. I had it here as a steering point, but this hits the shock tower, I guess, or the shock itself. So I'm gonna put it back to here, but I think I need to move this out a little bit, because once this is up in there, you can see I wouldn't be able to get the spacer in there, the misalignment spacer, or a nut. I need to go out just a little bit further. This is 1 inch center to center there. So I need to redraw that. So we got the second one drawn up, or third one drawn up. All we did was move this hole over 3/16. So the tie rod hole, we moved that 3/16, got rid of this dog leg, because that was hidden, like we said. So now we should be able to burn this out, and hopefully we'll have something that works. Just go from there.
There it is. Just gonna let it cool down. We'll go test it out. All right, and just for reference, we marked the old one. That's all we had right there. Holy crap.
What was that?
I'm not sure. It was a tie rod.
We got some angle now.
Yeah, we do.
Put the wheel on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see, for comparison, the last one was right around here. No,
Let's see.
right there.
A little more. Keep going. A little more. A little more. Looks like right there.
Right there, and then we've got that much more.
It's kind
So
of
we
hard to
added at
tell
least
on
another
camera, but we'll mark
20,
it.
30 degrees.
Yeah, we'll mark it down on the ground again with the chalk and
See where we're at.
yeah, measure with the protractor again.
Sweet. Well, now that one side's done, we can just duplicate it for the other side.
Yeah. We just got to make that tie rod extension longer again, back to where it was probably. And then get longer bolts for the ball joint because they're just in there by one thread. And then slap it back together. Can't drive it though.
Yeah, not yet. But we'll figure out the transmission thing. We're hoping to probably do something with just at least get it running with the automatic, because the one that's in there is supposed to be good. But when the guy put it in there, there's nothing there. I mean, we shift through the gears. It'll disengage from park, but that's about it. So we're hoping it's going to be an easy fix, so at least we can drive it until we source a manual. And that'll be, like we said, the W55. So we'll keep looking. If any of you guys know of anything for sale, please let us know so we can get this thing going and have some fun with it. All right, guys. So Matt is walking like a gangster. Matt's gonna be burning out the other plate. So like you guys saw, that one did work. So he's just burning out another one. I took apart the other side, and here's what it looks like in case you guys didn't see on the first run. So all we're doing on here is essentially cutting this portion off, because that's what we're adding, the new basically pivot point for the tie rod. So we're just gonna cut this off here and then just get it as smooth as possible just through here. Just, you know, just so it's nice and clean. So let me grab a grinder, we'll get to cutting this off, and then we'll smooth it out. All right, there it is, good enough. That'll get everything out of the way. So the new bracket, the new bolts. So Matt's putting together the other side. We'll go ahead and head out there. All right, guys, we just got back from the hardware store. Got these two, then we bought these. They didn't have anything, unfortunately, that had a smooth, let me see if I can pull it out, smooth like that, which ideally we would have preferred something like that, but they just didn't have it at the hardware store we went. And it's Sunday, so nothing's open. So we're just gonna use this for now. So we're gonna throw this on the car, and you guys can actually see how much angle we got. We'll draw up the new line. This is the one we have, obviously, from the stock stuff. So yeah, I guess let's get started.
All right. Got our bolt for Timo Sabi.
Yeah, dude. I got him.
We didn't buy washers or nuts.
Freaking A. Together. I don't know if you guys can see there. Oh, right there. So now it hits on the caliper there, that's where it stops. That way, well, I'm sure the tire will hit long before that does probably, but we'll see. And I think we still need to extend this tie rod arm quite a bit so we can get full lock the other way.
So Hayden said $1,000.
Well, we're just a little too close.
Just on that one, right?
Yeah.
So the issue we're having is the heim joint's hitting, well, it's a little bit smaller, but it's hitting on this anytime we lock it. So we're trying to get it a little bit smaller, or move it out of the way to where it's up higher or something.
I think we're solid now. Moved it down. I took this washer out of the bottom bolt to raise that up.
Oh, okay.
So let's try doing it to the other side. I'll grab a couple more of these washers. If you want to throw that thing on there.
Yeah. See what this drift missile has for angles. Listen to this thing purr. You ready? Oh, what? You disconnect the battery to avoid that. Yeah. Holy smokes.
A little bit more out of work.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think it's another like 10 degrees.
Man, that's some angle. There you go.
Another 15 degrees.
All right. So 65?
Yeah.
I guess any more than that, it'd be a lot of modification needed.
Yeah, because the caliper bracket hits full lock this way.
Right.
And
Well, 15 degrees, that's pretty good. Is that one way off?
yeah.
Really? Uh-oh. So here's this, which needs to come out. The front needs to come out this way. The back needs to go in. Steering wheel is straight. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. There's that one. What the heck? Why is this so far off? False alarm. Matt forgot something. All right, so that took forever. It's not 100%, but it's close and good enough for now. The inner tie rods are seized on there, the nuts are, so we couldn't really adjust it. We had to pull out the Heim joint, spin it, and then put it back in and just check that way. But it's close enough. We're gonna try to look through the codes, see what codes it's throwing to see if we can maybe, I don't know, it's a long shot, but see if we can get this thing to move. As of now, it just, when you shift into gear, it doesn't do anything. It just goes through the gears on the lights, but other than that, it doesn't move or anything. So gonna see if we can pull some codes, maybe reset something, see if that does anything at all. Didn't want anybody stealing her, huh?
Yeah. No, it's got a Henry Bill's angle kit on it.
So we're not getting anything at all. Like, you shift through the gears and everything moves inside, you know, like the shift lights and everything, but there's like no engagement at all.
The one thing we can check is jack up the front, loosen all those bolts in the inspection plate, and then see the converter should spin freely and push in. If it's wedged up against there, then we know it's not in all the way.
Well, angle kit's in. We haven't driven it, obviously, because we can't. Let me see here. I think that's probably it for today. I figured we could unbox everything right now. The ECU, they're Super Spark coil packs. Heat shrink injectors is what I went with. Our new fuel ready.